the value of kava emtsa, of shvila zahav, the middle way, the balance, the juggling, the balancing of both extremes into harmonized middle where true peace happens.
Go to our website, which is HebrewLearningCircle.org. Go to Jewish Resources, scroll down to Parsha videos, and you'll find the source sheet right there.
So we're back here with Parsha and Chassidut, Parsha Toldot. And let us jump right in. I want to dedicate this recording, this shiur today, to the soldiers, Israeli soldiers, who are dealing with the hardest task in the world, which is balancing Gevura and Chesed. Gevura, the attribute of harshness and strictness and toughness, with Chesed, which is love, compassion, and the caring for life. And that is a topic that Rabbi Levy Itzhak of Berdichev is going to open up for us today. And obviously, I'd like to dedicate this, our learning, to the return of our captives whole and healthy. So let us jump right in. We will go right to Genesis chapter 25, verse 19, the beginning of Parshat Toldot. Ve'ele Toldot Itzhak ben Avraham. Avraham holid et Itzhak. It's the very first line of the Parsha, and the name of the Parsha is in there. This is the progeny, Toldot, of Itzhak, of Isaac, son of Abraham, Avraham. Avraham fathered Isaac. And the questions, main questions jump out here, especially for those of us who have a bit of a sense of the Hebrew grammar, and I'll explain so it's clear to all of us. Why does the Torah repeat the word progeny, which is the word Toldot and Holid, right? Toldot Yitzchak, Avraham Holid Yitzchak, it's the same root, the same word, twice in one verse with regard to Abraham and Isaac. So what we need to understand here, that the big question for all the commentaries is, what does Toldot, what does the word Toldot mean? It's translated in different ways. I translated here as progeny. It could also be translated as a story of, or the legacy of, etc. So these are all kind of semantically connected. Here we're going to focus on the word Toldot in its original, most basic sense of progeny, of giving birth, of giving, putting forth a next generation. And Rabbi Levy Itzhak of Berdichev says the following: Ve'ele Toldot Yitzchak ben Avraham, Avraham holid et Yitzchak. He repeats the verse. These are the progeny, or the history of, or the legacy of Yitzchak, the son of Avraham. Avraham gave birth, or fathered, Yitzchak. Beine yeshudagdek. And here we need to be exacting. Dehevele lemichtav yaladet Yitzchak. It should have been written, instead of Avraham holid et Yitzchak, it should have said Avraham yalad et Yitzchak, and he's going to explain the difference. Umau holid lashon ifil. The construct of the verb holid, fathered or gave birth to, is the construct is in the binyan of hifil. So for those of us who understand the grammar, hifil, shemashma'o shel pulat Avram hayta shitzchak yehei yachol leolid. Hifil is a construct, is a form of the verb, is causative. In other words, it's a verb that where somebody is causing somebody else to do something. That is usually how that construct is used. If if they want to be straight, very straightforward, Avraham gave birth to or fathered Yitzchak. It should have said Yalad in the binyan of Pa'al. Again, the meaning of Hif'il, of Holid, is that Avraham, what Avraham did here is that he gave Yitzchak the ability to have progeny. He passed on to Yitzchak the ability that he too can have a child, and which is not the plain sense of this verse. So what the rabbi here is asking is, how come the Torah is using this fancy causative construct instead of it should have said Yaladet Yitzchak, Abraham fathered Isaac. And we continue. Ach nir'ah kavanat hakatuv והנה ידוע שאברהם אבינו עליו השלום עבד להבורא ברוך הוא במידת אהבה. And therefore, it seems to me, or to us, he says humbly, that what the Torah really means to say is based on the known fact that Avraham Avinu, our forefather Avraham, alav shalom, may peace be upon him, served the Creator, blessed be, with the energy, the midah, that's also the sephira, the Kabbalistic sephira, with the Kabbalistic sephira of love, chesed. That was Abraham's major energy, major attribute, and major being, expression in the world. That was the expression of a spiritual love, a spiritual sense of giving, a spiritual sense of loving kindness. To the contrary, the Yitzchak avad lehabore baruch hu b'midat eira. Yitzchak was the exact opposite. He served the blessed Creator with the attribute of awe, fear, concern. That was a side of gevura, of strictness. It expressed itself in discipline. So if you look at Avram and Yitzchak, they're paradigmatically opposites, and they're archetypes where Avraham is one who flows, who's channeling love, who's in the following his bliss, who's connected to God's flow stream of love, and he's in the moment, and he's giving, and he's ultimate in generosity and compassion. Yitzchak is the opposite. Yitzchak is tight. Yitzchak is disciplined. Yitzchak is exacting. Yitzchak is orthodox. Yitzchak is fierce. Yitzchak is unbreakable, unchangeable. It's like there's a rigidity. That's another style of spirituality. So what? So how is this connected to understanding the question about the word holid, to give progeny? The Yaakov Avinu, and our forefather Yaakov alav shalom, may peace be upon him, who is the child of Yitzchak and the continuation of the genealogy of the line that becomes the Jewish people. So Yaakov Avinu, he serviced the Creator b'midat hatiferet, with the sephira, or the attribute, the quality, the energy of tiferet, of harmony. And that is the middle column. So if you look at the structure of the Sefirot, you have Chesed on the right, loving kindness on the right, Gevura, strictness and boundaries on the left, and Tiferet is in between, a little lower. Kalul mitrein midot Chesed v'Gevura, which is combines within it, the energy of Yaakov combines within it both Chesed, loving kindness, and Gevura, boundaries and strictness. V'zeu kavanat hakatuv ve'ele toldot Yitzchak ben Avraham. This is what the Torah means when it says these are the background, the history, and the progeny of Yitzchak, the son of Avraham, Isaac, the son of Abraham. Perush mechamat sheYitzchak haya ben Avraham shavad la'boreh baruch hu midat chesed, meaning that Yitzchak was the son, the progeny of Avraham, who served the blessed Creator with the attribute of loving kindness, chesed. Zeu garam lo she'amod lo toldot she'etzei Yaakov. And it was that generosity, that kindness, that energy of Avraham that had enabled him to also have progeny, that is Holid, and the progeny was Yaakov. So it is Yitzchak's progeny, the third generation, Yaakov, that combines both, that harmonizes love, loving kindness, and Gevurah, strictness. V'zeu Avraham olidit Yaakov, and that what it means, that Avraham enabled Yitzchak to have progeny. Avraham garam sheyitzchak ya'amid toladot. Abraham caused Yitzchak to have a child, not just a child, but a child that by design would combine the traits of both. So we're looking here at spiritual genetics in the line that ends up being the Jewish people. And here he's highlighting the value of Kava Emtza, Shvila Zahav, the middle way or the golden mean, the balance, the juggling, the balancing of both extremes into harmonized middle where true peace happens. And this is the challenge of us, the Jewish people today, setting a very strict boundary for Hamas. It's not only a physical boundary, it's not only a destruction of as the government has instructed the military to destroy their military capabilities and governing capabilities, but this is also a spiritual boundary to say, no, what we are putting out into the world, you cannot disrupt. You cannot destruct with your violence. We're going to put up a shield here. And more than that, we're going to really make it cost you. This is going to come. Your impulse of evil, of disruption and destruction and murder is something that we're going to resist. At the same time, the balancing act is, how do we still see the humanity in the people who are being ruled by Hamas? How do we still preserve the lives of those that are called uninvolved or non-combatants? How do we keep our own conscience? How do we find the middle way here and do the godly thing? May we all be blessed to find that in our personal lives as well as a people, as we are walking this really treacherous path right now, day in and day out, that we're all anxious about and following and affected by. May we be blessed to walk this path safely, successfully, efficiently, and godly. Shalom for now. See you next week.
Today, thank you, everybody. Again, click subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. We really appreciate that. Like to have that extra layer of connection with you. Like and subscribe. Come back.
Ayim rabim lo yuklu